Yo, Coach Shamika Jones, we're watching Iowa, Michigan State. In this first play, I want you to notice how Kylie from Iowa gets over top of the screen. When they tell you to go over the screen, we're sticking to the person like glue. Look at how Kylie bodies up with Nyla. She touches her. She doesn't bump her, right? She doesn't displace her, which means it's not a foul. She's able to get through the top of that screen. She doesn't get hit. She just has a bad angle, but Nyla misses the layup, so they're all good. In this next possession, it is a turnover. So I wasn't aware of this rule as a coach. I made the bad call in the semifinal game, the same exact call. So you can only run on the baseline after a made shot. This is a violation, so that means they missed the ball. That means you have a spot, which means once the referee hands you the ball, you cannot move. Michigan State pressed all night, so I left this clip in here. It was a mess up, but I left this clip in here just so you can see the intensity in which they played. Look at how everybody's bodied up, but their head is on a swivel. Everybody sees the ball. Look at this extra effort in the first quarter. When your coach is pressing, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this pressure the whole time, all 40 minutes. So with the amount of pressure that Michigan State applied all night, you know that there are going to be a lot of turnovers, right? There are going to be a lot of mishaps. But these types of mishaps can't happen. So as this ball gets trapped on this corner, whoever this top player is, I can't see the number, but this top player has to come over and check the ball. Whoever's closest to the midline needs to be on the midline, putting everything in front of her. If the top player actually steps over, this pass doesn't even get there. But the pass gets there. A falter drives. A falter looks up. She has 3 Michigan State players on her. A falter. I need you to dribble with your head up. That's a right-hand bounce pass dump off to this post player for 2 points. Instead, you missed the layup. Michigan State gets the rebound, and I know they off to the races. And speaking of them being off to the races, here goes Michigan State off a missed Iowa three-pointer off to the races. In transition, easy 2 points. Easy 2 points. It's a right read. And I'll be honest with you. And me trying to find a game to watch, I wasn't going to watch this Michigan State-Iowa game. But I said, you know what? I haven't seen Michigan State. I've seen Iowa. Let me see how different they look from when they play Iowa State. And I was in for a treat. I love a high-pressure, high-defensive intensity team. But that being said, the game was really won in the paint. The post players did an amazing job. In this one, I have to highlight Hannah Stalky. She just keeps getting better and better. Look at how deep she is in that post-up. She is lower than the defender right now, which means that she has the body to create the space. It's an easy dump down for 2 points. Hannah Stalky, keep growing. I am so proud of your progress. Ooh, check out the freshie. Let's go, freshman. Clean pick at the top of the three-point line. Now, I need you, freshman, to work on that left hand because nobody stopped you. But thank God for your teammates. They kept running in transition. Even though your left hand was a little shaky, you stopped for no reason. They ran through. You were able to get that ball up, and Iowa is off to the races with 2 points. So I teach so much on people missing the rotations, not seeing the ball, not knowing when to help, all of those things that I kept watching because I couldn't stop watching Jaden Simmons. She understands the assignment on defense and help. She moves when the ball moves. So in this possession, Michigan State is going to trap on this Iowa screen, right? As they're trapping, I want you to notice how Jaden Simmons, the Arizona State transfer, leaves her head on a swivel and moves and rotates to the ball. She helps outside of the paint. I show it all the time when they don't do this. Look at her feet. She is literally outside of paint. The only thing I need is for Emma Shoemate to drop. Emma was okay just because the ball didn't make it over, but she still needs to rotate. That is her rotation. She should drop in front of the offensive player. In this possession, there are a few different things I want to point out. First things first, Addison O'Grady, great screen. Way to stop on your screen. Way to wait. Lucy, even better job of stepping in to Nyla first. Look at how she steps in first, and then she runs Nyla off of Addison's screen, ensuring that Nyla Hampton gets hit. Now, right here, I need Lucy to catch and triple threat. If she does, she sees Addison's left hand to the basket, to the rim. Give her that ball. That's a pick and roll. That's 2 points right there. Instead, she sees Nyla go in the air. She takes a one dribble pull and shoots a very ill-advised, off-balance, fading away shot. Even with that, I want you to notice Addison O'Grady again. She's in the paint. She's under the basket. She's boxing out. She creates the contact. She's low. The only thing Addison doesn't do is she's not allowed to push back because of the defensive player impeding and imposing her body on her. Once you create the contact, you got to push back, guys. All right, so Michigan State now is in a 1-2-1-1. They're trapping. They're trying to get 2 to 3 traps in this backcourt. They don't get it. Hannah Stalky takes off, and then the trap on the wing is just out of whack. Now, the problem with this play, right, Michigan State trapped and played well all night. They won this game by 2. But in this possession, remember, a press is just a really big zone with a lot of pressure. In the zone, every time the ball moves, you must do what, guys? Right. you have to move too. So here, I should see the top player coming over. She's leading her into the trap. The person that was at the top of the 1-2-2 is running down. So right now, she takes the wrong position. When we're trapping, we're trying to keep the ball away from the basket. The only place that Hannah Stalky should be allowed to pass the ball is back to the top of the key, back towards half court. Instead, Hannah Stalky splits splits the trap. She finds a wide open shooter on the opposite wing. They just happen to miss the shot. You can't give Iowa that many open shots. They will finish. Now look at this. If Hannah Stalky is not avoiding the contact, she gets 2 points. It's a great read. This is how you practice transition from the time you're in youth basketball. Hannah Stalky, you are too good to be avoiding the contact. Girl, that's an and one. Square up, get them shoulders square to the basket, square to the backboard. Let them come through your shoulder. She ends up getting a foul anyway. So in this possession, I want you to notice how Michigan State is kind of standing and watching, right? You got a couple people that are moving, but most of them are standing and watching. And then you have the freshman, Julian Woodard, actually cutting without the ball to the basket because she sees her teammate in trouble, which is what you should do when the play breaks down. First thing, Jaden Simmons goes baseline. Baseline, guys. You got to start attacking the baseline. I don't know why we are so opposed to attacking the baseline. And look at this turn mid-air. She's just a freaking athlete. She grabs her own rebound, and then out of nowhere, these freshmen are getting better and better. And this is a foul. Is it an and one? And one! Speaking of moving without the ball, look at Iowa. Get them a little piece of this moving without the ball. It was just a cap on the basket. They couldn't make anything. Ball goes into the paint. I don't just stand. I step off, and then I cut to the basket. Ball goes right back. They just miss it off of the front of the rim. Good rebound, Michigan State. Michigan State, look at Nyla Hampton. It's a hustle play. She can't steal the ball, but she still knocks it out of bounds just to let Iowa know I'm still here. We still pressing. They do the same thing. They overrun it, but they still get the trap. And then here comes Grace Van Slooten, rotating in the right place, right in front of the person. And then she gets the and one. Again, look at it in slow motion. They missed the steal. But they're so athletic and so in tune to what they're doing. They get to the next trap. And even though Grace is late, she goes with a lot of intensity and she gets the steal and then she gets the and one. Like, you have to play hard every possession. You got to be on the same page with your teammates, and you have to communicate the entire game. Look at this post defense on Hannah Stalky. She is playing great defense. Her feet never stop moving. Every time Hannah goes to make a move, every time Hannah tries to spin to get closer to the basket, the defender is beating her to the spot. This is what your feet should do on defense. Now, Jaden Simmons, I need you to be more disciplined. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Don't reach in. And if you reach in, definitely don't smack down. Always smack up. Now, baseline, inbound still. They stole the ball. Stop standing on the baseline, just letting them throw it in. Apply pressure. Right here, they applied pressure. They got the steal, and they got the possession. You can defend the inbounds play. So I coach college in the state of North Carolina. I recruited a lot of North Carolina kids. In the state of North Carolina, they do not play with a shot clock. That is a big transition and a big change that kids have to get used to when they go from high school to college here. This possession is on this film just to watch the shot clock. Iowa is now in the offensive set, and there's only 12 seconds to go. You got to go quick if you get it down to 12 seconds. Instead, Nyla Hampton plays a great defense. Her head is on the swivel. She sees the ball in the defender, and they don't get the backdoor cut, so they have to go opposite. When they go opposite, the guard is not ready, nor is she aware of the shot clock. She's skipping the ball, and it's a violation. Again, right now, they got it across. It's 20 seconds. Michigan State is trapping damn near at the half-court line. You have to know the shot clock, and you have to be able to handle the pressure. You got to get into your offenses quick, which means you must know your offenses. I don't know why this generation does not know their plays. Start learning and remembering your plays. They make a difference. Last 3 minutes of the game, I was down 5. Addison O'Grady hits the deck, and then she pushes through the back of the person checking her. Offensive foul. Koya, if you are watching this is what you be doing. Stop fighting, right? I let my body, my legs do the work. They create my space. Definitely don't go push through the back. Addison's so busy fighting, she pushes through the back. She gets an offensive foul. It's a charge. It's a turnover. Iowa State ultimately ends up losing this game by 2 points. Now, stat sheet is on here. When you look at the stat sheet, don't just look at your points. Dissect it. Look at the rebounds. Look at the turnovers. Look at the points off of turnovers. Look at how many points your team gave up in the paint. How many threes? What quarter did you shoot the ball best? What quarter did they shoot the ball best? What quarter did you give up the most points? So you know what quarter your team needs to focus more in. Always be a student of the game. If you are enjoying the film study you need on court, or you need athlete success coaching, I'm a certified life coach. Please, please, please head on over to I Believe Basketball Academy. We are having our holiday sale between now and December 31st. Again, if you're liking any of the services that you're seeing on my YouTube, head over to the website, book your services. You can get me personally. As always, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment, turn on the notification bell so you get everything I post. Peace.